estimation. Hello everyone, I'm Serish Tulfikar and today I'm going to discuss the questions from the course outline of ICATS Mathematics Contest for grade 5 and 6, and the topics that will be covered in this video are data handling and estimation. Let's discuss the questions related to data handling first. Question number 1, 5 friends were given a number of ice creams to share equally among them. However, some of them were more greedy than others as shown in the following frequency table. How many more ice creams did Asif eat than what should have been his fair share? Option A is 1 more, option B is 2 more, option C is 3 more, and option D is 4 more. So here we can see a chart with names and the number of ice creams each person has eaten. To find out the fair share for each person, we can simply add the number of ice creams that are eaten by the number of persons. So if we plus the values, which are 4, 2, 6, 3, and 5, the total is 20. And as there are 5 persons, so we will divide 20 by 5, which is equal to 4. It means that each one of them should have eaten 4 ice creams. But as it is mentioned in the question, we have to find out that how many more ice creams did Asif eat. So here Asif has eaten 6 ice creams, but his share was 4. So it means we can say that he has eaten 2 more ice creams than his fair share. So we will select option B here. Question number 2. The circle in the diagram below is split into 8 symmetrical parts. What is the size of the angle at the center of the circle for each part? Option A is 45 degrees, option B is 90 degrees, option C is 8 degrees, and option D is 24 degrees. So here we know that a full circle has 360 degrees. The half of the full circle is 180 degrees. And now if we find out a quarter of a circle, it's always 90 degrees. But we can see that the quarter of circle is also divided into half. So we can find out the half of 90, which is 45 degrees. So we will select option A here. Question number 3. The following circle graph shows the results of a survey of 300 5th grade students to find out where they would like to go for their class field trip. How many students would like to go to the zoo? Option A is 75, option B is 90, option C is 100, and option D is 125. So here we can see the field trip survey results. As we are interested to find out that how many students would like to go to the zoo, we will see the zoo area. Here, 1/4 of the circle is covered by the zoo. It means that we can interpret that these many students wanted to go to the zoo. So, as we have discussed earlier, that one circle has 360 degrees, half of the circle is of 180 degrees, and quarter of the circle is of 90 degrees. So, according to the pie chart, 90 students wanted to go to the zoo, which is our option B. Question number 4. Ali is framing a set of paintings to hang on his wall. The following graph shows the relationship between the width of each painting and the width of its frame. So here a graph is given to us. On the y-axis, the width of frame is mentioned in inches, and on the x-axis, width of the painting is mentioned in inches. So let's check our options. Option A is if the painting is 10 inches wide, its frame will be 20 inches wide. So here, if the painting is 10 inches wide, its frame is 15 inches wide, not 20. So option A is not correct. Option B is if a painting is 20 inches wide, its frame will be 25 inches wide. So here we can see if the painting is 20 inches wide, its frame is 25 inches wide. So option B is our correct option here, but let's check the other options as well. Option C is if a painting is 15 inches wide, its frame will be 30 inches wide. So here we can see if a painting is 15 inches wide, its frame is 20 inches wide, not 30. And the last option is if a painting is 25 inches wide, its frame will be 35 inches wide. But According to the graph, if a painting is 25 inches wide, its frame is 30 inches wide, not 35 inches wide. So that's why we can say option D is also incorrect. We will select option B here, which is the correct option. Let's discuss the questions related to estimation. Question number 1, Basharat wants to go to the playground. There are 4 tracks that lead to the playground from his home and their distances are mentioned as under. Track 1 is of 3500 centimeters. The length of the track 2 is 65.5 meters. The track 3 is 75,000 millimeters long and track 4's length is 0.1 kilometers. Which is the longest distance? So 4 options are given to us. Now let's convert all the units into same unit, that will be meters. Now track 1 is 3500 centimeter and we know that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. So whenever we convert a smaller unit into bigger, like centimeters into meters, we will divide the value of centimeters by 100. That will be 35 meters. Now track 2 is already in meters, so we don't need conversion here. Track 3 is 75,000 millimeters long. As 1 meters has thousands millimeters, so we will divide 75,000 by thousands, which is equal to 75 meters. Now the length of the track 4 is 0.1 kilometers and we know that 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. But here we are going to convert a bigger unit into smaller. So we always multiply in that case. So we will multiply 0.1 by thousands, which is equal to 100 meters. So we will select option D here. The longest distance is of track 4, that is 0.1 kilometer or 100 meters. Question number 2, an ant is walking from point A to point B on a cube along the indicated path. The edge of the cube is 12 centimeter long. How far does the ant need to travel? Option A is 40 centimeters, option B is 48 centimeters, option C is 50 centimeters, and option D is 60 centimeters. So here the picture is looking like a cuboid because we have stretched it. But as it is mentioned in the question that we have to discuss a cube. And all the sides of a cube are always of same size or same length, which is 12 centimeter in this case. Now let's count the number of vertical sides which ant has to travel. 1, 2, 3. As each side is of 12 centimeters, we can add 12 3 times. That is equal to 36. So now let's find out that how many horizontal sides ant has to travel. So here, one horizontal side from this point to this point, it's 12 centimeter. So some of the distance will be covered over here and rest of the distance will be covered on the upper side of the cube. So now as the ant has traveled 2 horizontal sides, so we can add 12 2 times, that is equal to 24. Now we can add 36 and 24, which is equal to 60. So we will select option D here. The ant need to travel 60 centimeter. Your sports teacher has asked you to estimate the length of the cricket pitch before starting the match. Which of the following is the appropriate unit of measurement for the length of the cricket pitch? Option A is kilometer, option B is meter, option C is centimeter, and option D is inch. So kilometer is a unit which is usually used to measure the distance between the two cities or a marathon race or length of highways or like long distances. So kilometer is not appropriate unit to measure the cricket pitch. Meters are usually used to measure the height of a door, length of the classroom, or width of the small street. So meters will be appropriate unit to measure the cricket pitch. So we will select option B. But here we can see the other options as well. Like centimeters are usually used for small objects and precise measurements like length of a pencil, width of a book, or size of a mobile phone screen. And inches are used commonly in the US or when measuring screens, like screen size of a laptop, height of the baby at birth, or length of a photo frame size. So we will select option B here. The meter is a suitable unit to measure the length of the cricket pitch. Question number 4. On a map, a distance of 100 centimeters represents 5 kilometers. If a street is 750 meters long, what is its length on the map in centimeters? Option A is 10, option B is 15, option C is 20, and option D is 35. So as it is given in the question that 5 kilometer represents 100 centimeters, so we can convert 750 meters into kilometers first. We know that 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. As we are converting from a smaller unit, meters, into a bigger unit, that is kilometers, so we will divide 750 by thousands, which is equal to 0.75 kilometers. Now, it's given that 5 kilometers is equal to 100 centimeter. So 1 kilometer is equal to 20 centimeter. So we can just simply write 0.75 kilometers, and at the place of kilometers we can write 20 centimeters. So we'll multiply 0.75 by 20, which is equal to 15. So we will select option B here. The length on the map in centimeter is 15 centimeter. Thank you so much for watching the video. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe my channel.